I'm Chandra from Mysteries of Writing. If you're new to this channel, don't forget to press that subscribe button and the notification bell as I post videos about writing, the writing process, and all things writerly and bookish. Today I'm talking about tips to come up with character names and sort of just naming characters in general. And these are just some things that I use and how I do it, and there can probably be a bunch more methods and a lot of different things to consider, so let me know in the comments down below if you have any other ideas of what could be included in thinking about your character name. Number 1, baby name sites and books, of course. So these are really great and I love using them because you can find out lots of different information about, especially on the sites, you can find out lots of information about different names from different countries, and you can find out when names were popular, and most importantly you can find out meanings, so you can find out names that are very suited to your character's personality without calling your character Star just because it's the star of the show. And it can also be really interesting sometimes just to find out about names, I don't know. Number 2, mailing lists or just groups of lists that you may have from somewhere, or telephone books or movies where you don't use the actual famous people's names and you mix around the names so that they're not exactly the same. So you'll have a name with a surname and you can come up with some different names there that could be pretty cool sometimes. Number 3, use names that aren't complicated. So if there's a really long name and it's difficult to say, or it's difficult to imagine yourself saying it, then sometimes it can be a little bit confusing and difficult to read. So I don't know, that's just a personal preference when I'm reading a book. If the names are very complicated, I'm less able to engage with the story because the names are confusing and I'm trying to figure out how to say them and remember them, rather than focusing on the story. Number 4, similar to the complicated names thing, using the same syllables for a name or the similar sounding names or anything to that effect can also be quite confusing because then you'll be trying to figure out who's Mike and who's Spike. Number 5, ask people about the names that you've used. Are they easy to read? Are they easy to remember? Are they like anything? Just ask people about them. Sometimes they'll pick up things that you hadn't even thought about. So yeah, and there's lots of Facebook groups where you can ask people on them and you can ask people around you. Just ask people. Number 6, I try and remember that names and nicknames can all evoke different emotions. So for example, Elizabeth, you could have Beth and Betty and Liza and Lizzie, and each of those names evoke different emotions and they also show different traits for the character. It's just a weird thing, but it happens. Well, that's it for now. I hope these tips have helped and I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a like, share it with your friends, and don't forget to subscribe.